to access Quixel from Unreal, there are two different methods. So the first one is here on the content browser. You can click on Add, and then you go to Add Quixel Content. That's method one. The other option is going to Windows and go to Quixel Bridge. So let's go to Quixel Bridge here. As soon as the Quixel, sometimes for the first time in your project, when you open the project, it's going to take a bit of time to load the content. Here to the left, you have the 3D assets. My goal is to maybe playing later on with these elements to create an interesting context for the character that we are going to create. And in the 3 assets, you have some specific, more detailed folders where you can see interior, you can see nature, you can see so many different elements. But the one that we want to focus on right now is this section, which is called the metahumans. So let's go to the metahumans. The metahumans are a lot of different, let's say, base models that you are going to play with in here on Quixel, and then you can translate into Unreal to present, to create your own character. This is really exciting, guys, because you have the models of all these base characters that we are going to change, that we are going to recreate. And this part of the metahumans is stunning. It's something that it wasn't present for video games before, and today we can do anything with this. Let's select one of these meta-human characters. I'm gonna take this lady. So when you're going to start working with with Quixel Bridge, you need to sign in. The process is very simple because you are going to use your same account for Epic Launcher. You will select in this case, well, you can use another account, but I will use the same one of the Epic Games or Epic Launcher. And now that I am signing, you have the option to the bottom right to download the MetaHuman that you're going to use for your video game. Now, the process that we are going to play with a bit is how we can change the characteristic of this MetaHuman. And this is where we're going to start using the MHC. So let's go here to the MHC. It will open, of course, again, a new website. And then you will be prompted with the MetaHuman creator. So let's click here. And we'll wait for the setting up of this session. Please wait while the application loads. This can take a couple of minutes. Remember that this is a very heavy application. We are talking about very detailed characters that you can use in your video games, or you can use for cinematography as well. As soon as the editor is loaded, you will be presented with the My MetaHumans. So all MetaHumans that you have been created will be recorded here, will be saved here, so you can use them later on your own games. So let's say that I want to create my own. I am going to select the MetaHuman that we mentioned a moment ago. I think it was this lady. So here you can see immediately the character that we are going to work with. And you have a very basic animations that will give you some idea of the detail that this character is going to have. Now let's go to create selected. Once the character is that you selected is presented on the screen, you have a very default animation with a very default clothing like this one. Let's talk about a bit of the controls around here. Well, first is the wheel of the mouse that will allows you to go far away or very close to the character. Then you can click on the mouse, on the wheel of the mouse to move the character up and down. Then you can left click and use the Alt to rotate the character and see see the character in different angles, see the back of the character, see everything that you want related to this one. And there are other controls, other hotkey reference that you have to the right that will help you to understand how to use the different features of this. So one hotkeys that I use a lot are related to the different cameras. So one is for the face camera, is this one. Two for the body camera. This gives you a more clear information about the entire body of the player. Then you have, of course, the torso. You have legs. You have feet, and you have, I think, the six as well, which where you can see the far away camera and see the entire context of the game. If you use this MetaHuman as it is at this moment, this is exactly what you will be presented with in the game that we are creating, or the cinematography experience that you are creating.